everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have got some news that has happened from Liverpool over the last couple of days, well on Friday to be exact. It was announced that Kirsty Linnett signed a new deal with Liverpool. She will be playing for us next season. I think the initial reaction was just like, it was like another like weight off your shoulders type thing. It was just a nice moment to breathe, and it's like, right, okay, another player down, another one signed. Like, we're okay. We will have, most of our squad from this season there next year, which is just ultimately so nice to see, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely a sort of, yes.
Yeah.
It was one that I actually wasn't expecting, in terms of it hadn't even crossed my mind that she was out of contract. I think we've said that for quite a few of the players. It's just purely because in the Women's League you just don't get told lengths of anything, as we'll probably go on to say. But yeah, I don't think at any point I thought she would leave. Obviously, once you do get relegated, there is sort of that risk that players that you once thought wouldn't leave. Do you know what I mean? There's always that risk. So it was a bit like, I don't really know if she's wanting to stay, she's not. But yeah, an overriding sense of just like, thank goodness, you know what I mean? Like, we will have a team next season, and there will be pieces of the puzzle from the year before helping again further to pursue the new year. So yeah, I'm happy about that. I just think the new role that she took up towards the end of last season was just added to her game massively, and it was something that I think we needed to see, because she wasn't scoring as many goals as we probably hoped the first season or two that she'd been with us. So I think it was great to see her have a different type of role, which benefited the team as well.
Yeah, she mentioned that as well after she signed in a quote. She said, last year I settled into a new position and I absolutely loved it. I think I thrived there, and it's one of the happiest I've been in my career. That position is really important to me now, and I just want to keep learning and getting better every game and every season. So she obviously, took up the role of that sort of number 10 position last season, and like, she loved it. We loved seeing it, and that, you could definitely see the difference in it. Because I think at the time she was going through like a little bit of a rut in terms of she was competing with like Sweetman Kirk and Vin's like up front to get like that striker's role. So the fact that like I think also the fact that like the likes of like Jepson and the backroom staff have sat down and said, we think that she could be good in this position. That's where you could get the best out of it. Obviously shows to her that like they also care that they want to do the best for her. And as soon as you see it, like the first game you seen in that position, that both of us were like, oh, that she looks really good. Like, it really suits her. So I think if she maybe would have gone to another team, they might not have. I think especially in the WSL, you think of how many good midfielders there are amongst the whole league in every team. She maybe would have struggled to sort of define herself as the starting person for that number 10 role, especially for like maybe like a top 4 club. So she's clearly seen that Liverpool wanted to stay and be their number 10 pretty much. Obviously we've lost Kirsty Linnett, who was like a sort of number 10, so she's now gonna probably be number 1 for that spot next season.
Yeah, I think it's a toss up between her and Furness. I think they're gonna, and by the looks of it, and hopefully they're gonna find a way of putting them both on the pitch at the same time and trying to figure out a way that makes that work. And I think it can do, because they have played together. I just feel like she just completely reinvented herself over the last season, and because we weren't seeing Christy Murray as much, there was sort of an opportunity for her to slip in there and see what sort of footballer she becomes in that role. And I just remember the Anfield Derby game when she was in that role, and she just didn't stop running the whole time and was just so aware of what was going on around her. And it was like a perfect fit. It really was. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how she further progresses it, and how she now adapts to life in the Championship, where ultimately I think we will be seeing a lot more of the ball. Rather than last season, we were defending a lot. I think we will be seeing a lot more of it. So I think that's going to be the perfect opportunity for her to then show again really what she's made of. And with the point with Sweetman Kirk and Babajide, obviously Sweetman Kirk's gone now, but there was a source of competition there.
Mm.
And I think if more times out of 10 you were to pick them over her, just in terms of the way that they both play. So it was good for her to sort of find this new role, and I think that's probably been a deal in keeping her on at Liverpool for longer, seeing as she's enjoying it especially.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, then she can obviously play that strike as well, so she is versatile. You can put her in positions. So I think she was a key player, will be a key player for us next season because she can offer us a lot on the pitch. Also, she's obviously been here for 2 years. It'll be her third season next season. She'll obviously be one of those more like
senior.
Yeah, because obviously she's not old because she's still only 26. She's still got like a good few years of a career ahead of her. But like she's been in the game so long, and then because she would have been at the club for like a couple of years now, she is sort of that older figure that younger players will sort of rely on at times as well, and maybe new players coming in, like you don't know who's going to come in. So yeah, I think I'm just really happy that she's signed a new deal. Sort of on a sour note though, the same day it was announced that Niamh Charles would not be extending her contract with the club. We were all a bit like, I think that's the one for me out of all the players who have left where I was just more shocked than anything because I was a bit like Niamh being a Liverpool fan. She's only ever played for Liverpool. Like she's coming through centre of excellence right up into the first team. Like she was such a key player for us. So I think I was just more like shocked, and I was like, and I was a bit sad as well because I was like, oh, like she's such a good player, and you know what type of player she's going to be when she's older because she's still only 20, like she's literally only just turned 21.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, something like that.
Sunday it was. So it's like, oh, it's just, I don't know, it was just disappointing, wasn't it? It was just like just a big shock, really.
It was. I think she was probably one of the players I was least worried about going. But I think after the news dropped, like it's been a few days now, and it's been announced who she's going. She's going to Chelsea. I can't help but also feel like it's a brilliant move for her. I think she's a massively future star, not just in the WSL. She could go anywhere. If she really wants to. She's got the talent. She's got the sort of work rate and desire to sort of be the best. And although as much as it pains me to say, she's not going to be her best unless she's playing with the best, if that makes sense. She needs to be around players that win, around players that just will help aid her development. And I'm not saying none of the Liverpool players would do that, but I think it makes it more difficult in the Championship to do that. She needs to not only play with the best, but also play against the best. And I think the only place she could do that is in the WSL or again abroad. But obviously, yeah, she's going to be such a great loss. She was obviously a fan favourite and been at the club for God knows how long. But yeah, it was disappointing, but equally, like as I said, for her as a person, for her as a footballer, I think it was definitely the right decision. She needs to go out there, she needs to get that winning feeling back, and she needs to, as I said, play with the best players in England and in the world as well. So Champions League as well, she'll be getting that now.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, she's just thinking that in my head, like she's obviously signed for Chelsea, and in a announcement post today, she said like she's now playing for like one of Europe's elite teams, and she is, you know, obviously they're this season's champions. They'll be competing again next season for the title. They'll be competing in the Champions League. They'll be competing for both cup competitions as well. Like she's got the chance to win silverware next year, and the chance to learn under like a manager like Emma Hayes, who's like one of the best in the women's game. Like laying off players like Frank Kirby, all those type of who are just such solid players. So yeah, you can't blame her for wanting to sort of test herself because, like we said, she has been at the club for so long. Maybe she's thought this is the best opportunity while she's still young to be able to go to a team like Chelsea, and you know, I don't think she'll be disappointed if she doesn't play every game. She'll obviously be disappointed, but she won't be like, oh, I should be playing over this person. Because
she'll be learning.
Exactly. Like exactly. Like, and that's the main thing for a lot of young players that now, like, they need to be able to learn off those type of players. I'm just glad that it wasn't Man United
I
because
know, well, there was rumours about that for a long time, and it looked pretty much certain it was going to be United, and then suddenly it was a massive U-turn, because we were all sort of told it was going to be United, and we were like, oh, well, okay, that's understandable. They haven't got many wingers, really, so it would, like, be a perfect fit, but then obviously it turned out to be Chelsea. Yeah, exactly, but going back to the point before, I think, like, with a club like Chelsea, you get noticed, and to be, and she'll be on Phil Neville for now, but in the future, England, she'll be on that radar now because she's playing with those that are already in and around that, so they'll be helping her to achieve the best she can be. And if she wants to be a star and she wants to be the next best women's footballer, because I'm pretty sure that's what the aim is, you can't blame her for wanting to go over there at all.
Not at all. Like, she'll be a big miss. We'll miss seeing her play, but like ultimately, I'm just excited for her at the same time because you know how such of a good footballer she is and can be, and playing at Chelsea, like you said, she is going to get recognised and she's going to get noticed a lot more. And like Phil Neville's already said that, you know, he has mentioned their name as England's future a couple of times, so you know, they'll be keeping an eye on her when, you know, whenever next season starts. Obviously, he's still on the job for another year, but whatever plans he gets made up, you know, are passed on to the next manager. For all we know, the next manager might be Emma Hayes. She's in the mix. So, you know, if Emma Hayes is signed in now and thinks she's such a good player, that could benefit her in a year's time if Emma Hayes is the England manager.
Yeah, for sure.
Ahead of all these competitions. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What was your initial reactions to both Kirsty Linnett's contract extension and Niamh Charles signing for Chelsea? Podcast will be uploaded tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And we will see you all soon with a new video. Bye.